Hello, viewers. Welcome to the channel as we look to go through Note 9. Note 9 phone has been around for more than 2 years now and is still holding up. It's an amazing phone. The question that people ask is, do we still need to stay on our Note 9 or do we still need to, you know, trading for the new Note or for any other phone? And it's always a difficult one to answer because it all depends, because there is a whole lot of things going on in terms of software updates, mainly from the manufacturer. So Samsung is pledged to support this for 2 years, and so 2 years is over. And if you're getting any support from after 2 years, then it's they probably doing you a favor than being committed to do that. But from I think Note 10 onwards, they've pledged to support it for 3 years. So from Note 10 going to newer devices, you get 3 years of software support and all that. So that's really interesting. But the question then is, what do I do with a phone this nice, a phone that functions normal, a phone that I can do all the things I want to do on and things like that. So that is where this review looks to shed some lights on how this phone is still holding up after 2 years of its release. So as you can see, is one of the phones lately being around that has the headphone jack, and other phones are not having the headphone jack. So headphone jack for you. Um, Again, it has the S Pen, which is the favorite tool for a note. And as a note user, you always will look out for your S Pen. So we'll get there and go much into the S Pen usage as well. So it comes with 128 storage for this particular model that I have with a RAM of 6 gig. There is another version that has the storage to be 512. Yeah, and display wise is Super AMOLED Dual Edge display on this one with Infinity Display. Yeah, and we talked about the S Pen, so it can act as a remote and take pictures in addition to taking notes. So in terms of note taking, it can take your usual notes as you want it. It can do the air gestures as well in terms of using the S Pen to take pictures. So I don't know whether we can get this going. Yeah, okay. So with the S Pen functions, you get all these functions that are innate to all the Note devices using S Pen. So you have the Smart Select, which will literally select stuff for you to do what you want to do on those stuff. So this is the screen that it has picked up. So if I wanted to select any portion of this item, I can select it rectangle or circle or any other way that I want, and you'll be able to save it or pin to screen and use it for other things subsequently. So if it was someone's number, you wanted to call the person and it was in a form like a PDF format that you couldn't directly use, you can now smart select it, pin it to screen, and dial on the phone, and that works nicely as well. So it has all the other functions as well. We won't go into all the details of each and every function on the S Pen, but just the fact that this is one of the phones where the S Pen got to do more than just writing on the screen, and so that was good to see. And it's still around, and you have the screen write as well, where you can write on the screen. So if you take a picture of whatever you want to write on, and then you can literally scribble on that. So if you had to highlight something to someone, you can take it and then highlight that particular thing that you want the person to pay attention to. So yeah, that is handy. That's useful feature. So a host of all the other features, including the translate, magnify, and glance. So if you look at my other video up here, it will show you all the functions of the S Pen, including the live message translate and you know the glance and other things that you can pick and add to it. So you can literally pick this and add to. So we've just added glance. So now when you go into your air actions, glance should appear somewhere there. So all these functions help you to enjoy the note device. And again, taking notes is just a joy. Yeah, it's just a joy to work with the S Pen. Yeah. And so that's interesting, and all the enhanced latency and all that are all being felt through here. And so again, you can change pen sizes to be sharper or to be any other different color and that kind of thing, all on this. So it's really interesting because it's still holding up even after all these years. And so if you have it, and considering this year where things are tight budget wise, you want to use it for another year or so, I'm sure it will hold up and deliver way more than you expect. Very durable, looking ever so fresh and new. In these days where we keep it wholly on the case, you hardly will get a lot of dent to the body or the screen or anything like that. And so it looks like just as it was delivered when it was bought new. So that's so amazing. Camera wise, you have the main camera being 12 megapixels and the other camera also 12 megapixels, and the front selfie camera being 8 megapixels. Battery size wise, this is a 4000 amp battery, and so pretty decent to see you through the day without any problems. A bit more even resolute than the newer versions of it. So that's really interesting on that side of things, on the power side of things. So this is really an amazing phone, and it's always been that difficult one to choose, whether to upgrade or just stay on for a while. But I guess to each their own, and depending on your personal circumstances, you have to make that call for yourself, because it's just interesting that you make decisions that you are happy with. So yeah, that's interesting. The other thing too, so the sounds on this is just amazing and fantastic, and it's something that wouldn't cause you to need more. And so I thought I will let you in on the sounds. Yeah, so taking it to the highest volume and then bringing it down by 3 presses. Yeah, so that's how it sounds. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah, so I just, by way of comparison, I'll just play that same sound on Pixel 5. That one also maxing it out and bringing it down by 3 presses. Yeah. So to be honest, not much difference between the two by way of sound, and so that should tell you this is still holding up to the demands of the current audio files, or the people that would want to listen to music on the phones. Yeah, have a couple of pictures taken, and I'll compare that to the picture from Note 20 Ultra, just so you see how the enhancements in the Note 20 Ultra reflects, compared to the old Note 9. But otherwise, it's not much of a difference, and you can continue to use this um, phone for as long as you want to use it. And if you want to trade it in as well, it's an awesome piece to trade in for a decent deal to get whatever new phone that you want. But just speaking of this Note, the future of Note 20 had been in a bit of debate, with rumors here and there saying it wasn't going to be continued. So that has been confirmed as going to happen. So we would have Note 21 coming sometime in August this year, thereabout. I mean, this year all the days are going to shift a bit because the S21 lineups are coming 14th of January, and that also is going to have S Pen support for the S21 Ultra. So the good things that we all loved about the S Pen is going to be replicated across the Samsung lineups, and that's a good thing because then we can enjoy the S Pen usage and have a bit more variety on the kind of items that we can use our S Pen on. So yeah, Fold 3 also is rumored to have the S Pen, and again that will be an awesome piece. Yeah, so we'll continue to keep a close eye on all these developments, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe button, hit notification button so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.